Fish on. That didn't take long. Right on top. Wow. Wow. He liked that gold. That brass, rather. Brass and red cripple lure. Getting it done right away. Wow. Gotta love that lure. That's what the cripple lure can do for you. I mean, that was, what were we trolling, 3 minutes? Man, that feels heavy too. Well, there we go. Got him. All right. He doesn't want to give up. Right there. Red and brass cripple lure. I'm so excited I can't even talk. So we'll get this guy taken care of and get the baits back in the water. That is a nice trout. That's a 1 pounder there. That's gonna look good in the smoker. Nice. Howdy folks, Cal Kellogg here. I'm out on my hike with Lucy today, and I got an email this week, and actually I get a fair amount of emails like this. This fellow reached out to me. I'm not going to use his name. He reached out to me and said, you know what, I bought some cripple lures, I bought humdingers, I fished them, and I've never caught anything on them. And he didn't come out and say it, but his tone, his kind of implication was that I am somehow pulling the wool over his eyes, despite the fact that my channel is full of fish being caught on those lures. So here's kind of my philosophy. I just kind of wanted to address this, and I think sometimes both anglers and hunters have been done a disservice. But before I get into that, let me give you a quick example. Lures and hunting equipment, they're tools, okay? My dad was a union carpenter for decades in the Bay Area, and I grew up on union construction sites. And you know, there were a lot of journeyman carpenters out there, the young, strong guys. They did a lot of the framing. And then there were the older guys, and they were true master craftsmen. They could do the framing, they could cut stairs, they could do finish work, could pretty much do anything with wood or metal. They knew all the tricks, and their work was, you know, phenomenal. But all of their tools, with some exceptions, were pretty much the same. Squares and saws and hammers, screw guns, tape measure, you know, stuff like that. But the way that they employed those tools, even a guy like my dad, who is a master carpenter, still is, and my uncle, another master carpenter, had been doing it for decades, the way they approached a job and the way they used those tools were just slightly different because they tailored those tools to their approach. Okay, back to hunting and fishing. You know, in the hunting world, they would have you believe that you can't hunt unless you have $1,000 suit of the latest generation of camouflage clothing. Absolutely not true. You know what hunting success is all about? Fundamentals, the basics, keeping the wind in your favor, doing the scouting, using your binoculars, being patient, and putting in your time with a basic set of tools. The same is true for fishing. The way I approach trout fishing is a fly fishing philosophy. Where are the fish? What are they feeding on? And what is their temperament? Match the hatch. Most of the time, you're going to catch the fish. 10% of the time, the fish have lockjaw and they can't be caught. 20% of the time, the bite is wide open and you can catch them on a big list of lures. The rest of the time, that 70% in between, that's when details matter. That's when using Procure matters. That's when using fluorocarbon matters. That's when all the details matter. So my fishing philosophy is built on speed and color. Fast and natural to start off with, then brighter colors, then slow down, go natural, go bright at slower speeds. In the fast category, it's all about, for me, mostly about plugs and spoons and occasionally dodgers. When I have to slow down, it's about spoons and dodgers, flashers, and soft plastics, and also flies. They are a deadly offering that not enough guys use. And then below that, when I am just grasping for a bite, natural bait. and that means rigged shad, rigged anchovies, or rigged night crawlers. That's my basic philosophy. I fish trout like you fish for ocean salmon. Find the fish, find out what they're orienting to, identify what their temperament is, are they feeding actively, and go from there and go through a repertoire of lures that you have confidence in. I might run a humdinger. You might run a speedy shiner. Another guy, he might run one of those cold steel Rapalas. We're all experienced trout guys. We're all catching fish. We're all working the same kind of structure, the same kind of situation, but we're doing it in different ways. That's what time on the water does for you. There is no magic bullet. That camo clothes, it's not going to help you get a deer. It might be a little detail, but by and large, guys been harvesting deer in jeans and checkered shirts for a long time. The camo, that's to hook hunters, not to put game on the ground. Same thing is true of a lot of fishing accessories. There is no magic bullet. If I tell you that I use cripple lures and you go out and buy a cripple lure, no, it's not going to work every day in every situation at every lake you fish. You've got to integrate these tools into your approach, and you've got to hone your approach with experience, time on the water. I can give you a lot of good information. I can give you a lot of good tips. I can set you in the right direction. I can tell you should absolutely be using fluorocarbon leader all the time. You don't need it all the time, but how do you know? When you need it really bad. It's like car insurance. You don't buy a daily policy and say, I think I'm going to get in an accident today, but not tomorrow. No, I run fluorocarbon leader all the time because when it makes a difference, it makes a huge difference. And there's no predicting when that might be. So I can give you the tips, I can give you the tools, but you've got to refine those tools and put them together in a fishing strategy of your own out on the water. And that's what separates a lot of times successful guys from unsuccessful guys. Fishing with confidence and developing your own strategy and your set of tools. Fast trolling. Again, Castmasters work great. Humdingers work great. Speedy shiners work great. Rapalas work great. It depends on your fishing style, your confidence level, and your time on the water, your experience with those lures, with those presentations, where you're putting the lure in relation to the fish, what kind of structure you're working, the speed you're trolling. All those details that you've refined over the years, that's what separates, moderately successful anglers from highly successful anglers. So that's just kind of my take on it. Don't expect a magic bullet because that doesn't exist. Get out there, spend time on the water, troll, fish, use a systematic approach, whether you're fishing from the bank, trolling, casting, doesn't matter. Fish systematically, pay attention to the details, try to check off all those boxes from fast and aggressive, moderate speed, slow speed, natural bait, and you're going to find that you seldom get skunked. Doesn't mean you're going to get limits every day, but you're not going to get skunked, and you're going to be able to catch fish when no one else can. So anyhow, that's it for now. I'm signing off. Thanks for supporting the channel, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're looking for some great tackle, go check out the Fish Hunt Shoot store on the Fish Hunt Shoot website. We got all kinds of gear in there, in and out, trout stuff, striper stuff, salmon stuff. It's all in there. Anyway, thanks for all the support, guys. If it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be an FHS channel. And I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm signing off. I'm going to get back to the truck here. Thanks a lot, folks.